Hey, geometry students, let's get started. Today's notes are on volume of prisms and cylinders. First thing, we'll show you the formula. Volume equals capital BH for both a prism and a cylinder. Makes it pretty simple. The B stands for area of the base, and the H is still the height of the prism or cylinder, whichever one we're talking about. Okay, so here's my first example. We've got a prism, and it's also laying on its side. The triangle is the base, and once again, I like to kind of shade in the base here. Helps me to see it. Make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Notice the base is an equilateral triangle, 10, 10, and this side is also 10 because it says it up there. So 10 on each side. And then the height of the prism is 20. Okay, so if I'm going to find my volume, area of the base times height, to first find the area of the base, since it's a triangle, 1/2 base times height. Well, I know the base of my base is 10, but I don't know the height here. Let me redraw that triangle up here. Okay, every side was 10, 10, 10, and 10, and the height is down the middle. Some of you guys already know what kind of triangle this is. The 10 down here is split into 5 and 5. And since it's equilateral, it was a 60 degree here. Split that up there, so 30, 60, 90 is what we're using. So 10, 5, that would make the height 5 radical 3. That's the height of the triangle. So we have 1/2 times the base, which was 10, times the height, which is 5 radical 3. All right, 1/2 times 10 is 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. So 25 radical 3 is the area of my base. Then I can just bring it over here. Since I know my height is 20, I can use those two values to find my area. I've got 25 radical 3 times the 20. So that would give me 500 radical 3 centimeters. And this is volume, so it's centimeters cubed. So that would be the exact volume of this. My approximate volume, if I plug it in the calculator, 25 square root of 3 times 20 would give me 866.0 centimeters cubed. Okay, I forgot to make that distinction up here. I did want to make that note that volume is in cubed units. So units cubed with a 3 on it. Whenever we find volume. And we know that because it is the area of the base, and inside the area of the base there were two values. So value times value, or unit times unit, and then one more unit here. There's 3 of them. Unit times unit times unit is units cubed. That's why. All right, next here I have a cylinder. My cylinder has a diameter of 24 feet, and the height of my cylinder is 8 feet here. To find the volume, it's capital BH. My capital B is pi r squared. So sometimes when you find the volume of this, you can just say this is pi r squared times h. All right. My radius then is 12. So I can just go straight to my volume, pi 12 squared times my height, which is 8. All right. 12 squared is 144, and 144 times 8 is going to give me 1,052 pi feet cubed, which is approximately 3,619.1 feet cubed. Okay, hopefully pretty simple for you. Hopefully you got those. I have a bonus question for us. Let's take a look at it. Okay, my bonus question is a fish tank. And inside my fish tank, I need some water, right? So we're going to ask, hey, if we fill it all the way to the top, how much water would it take? Now notice this is not just one thing. We could split this up into 2 shapes. Let me see if I can zoom in here and make it a little easier for us to see. Okay, my 2 shapes, well, I could divide it right here, and I have a rectangular prism, and then over here I have a cylinder, but not a full cylinder, I have a half of a cylinder. So I'm going to find the volume of each one of those pieces and then add it together. This is a composite figure. We're going to get to composite figures a little bit later. So the volume of my cube, I guess I could just write cube, which is capital BH. All right. The area of my base, well, I know my height is 20, actually the base down here, it'll be, maybe I do need to redraw this. Let's do that. Let's redraw the cube here. All right, I had 24 and 24. I need to find out what this is, right? Well, separating that off is my half of cylinder. It's a little more difficult to draw. Let's see if I can get it here. Okay. To find this length here, I'm going to subtract the radius of my cylinder from 48. Okay. I need to find the radius of my cylinder. I first find the diameter, which is the exact same thing as this, which is 24. So this 24, then my radius would be 12 inches. Okay, so take away the 12 inches from the whole 48, and then we get 36. So there is what else I needed for my area of the base. Okay, that was 12 inches for the radius, and then the height of the whole thing is still 24. All right, here we go. So area of the base is going to be 36 times 24. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight for the volume. 36 times 24. And then the height of the whole entire thing was also 24. 36 times 24 times 24 is going to give me 20,736 inches cubed. All right, now we're going to find the volume of half of a cylinder. Well, I could just simply say half of BH. And the base, or the area of the base rather, is 1/2 pi r squared. Pi r squared is the area of the base. So 1/2 pi r squared h will give me the area of half of a cylinder. My radius, like I already found here, was 12. So 12 squared. Times the height of the whole thing was 24 inches. Same thing as I marked. So 1/2 times pi 12 times 24. All that together, I'm just going to plug it on the calculator. I get 5,428.7 inches cubed. Then for my total volume, I have to take both those numbers and add them together. So 20,736 plus 5,428.7. Going to be a grand total of 26,164.7 inches cubed is going to be the volume of my fish tank. All right, so composite figures just split up in each individual piece. Do some investigation if you have to find some more pieces for that. All right, our assignment for Prism cylinders won't incorporate composite figures, but we're going to get to that a little later. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Thanks so much. Don't forget your WSQ. Have a great day.